everyone. A very warm welcome to another edition of Exhausted to Extraordinary, a mindset hack series with me, Dr. Sharon Grossman. And today I am joined by Steve Sims. A very warm welcome to you from Miami Beach. And Steve, where are you hanging out?
I'm actually in Los Angeles, California at the moment.
Fantastic. So another sunshine area.
Oh, yeah.
You having some nice weather?
The ultimate, the best. And we don't have things like humidity. So we've got a one-up on you. We've just got these earthquakes to contend with.
There you go. We got hurricanes. So, it's all good. Well, for those of you who don't know Steve, he has worked with Sir Elton John, or as well as Elon Musk, and he's sent people down to see the wreck of the Titanic on the seabed. He's also closed museums in Florence for a private dinner party, and then had Andrea Bocelli serenade them while they ate their pasta. That's unbelievable. You've got some really interesting things in your bio, Steve.
Yeah, I've been very lucky to live vicariously through other people's checkbooks.
Is that right? You might have some secrets for us about how to do that.
A couple.
Yeah. Well, so I know that you originally founded the luxury concierge service Bluefish. You're also the author of Bluefishing, the art of making things happen. And now you have some other things up your sleeve. You have founded, let me see, you're both the founder and creative disruptor of Steve D. Sims and Sims.media. So you got a lot of things happening. And basically, you're coming on the show today to share with us how to make things happen in just 7 minutes. So I am excited to see what we come out with, Steve.
Well, let's do it. I'm ready for you.
All right, let's do it. So your clock is going to start right now. And question number one that I have for you is, what are the biggest challenges your ideal client faces?
Dreaming big enough, not listening to other people's preconceptions of what can be achieved, and as usual, listening to the wrong people in the room.
All right. So question number two, what are the typical symptoms that they experience with that problem?
Oh, it's constant. Whenever you've got any of those kind of elements, you've got friction and you've got aggravation. People are aggravated. They want to do things. It's like a caged tiger. You want to get out and do things, but your network, your people around you are going, oh, you can't do that. Don't do that. And they're caging you in. So when you're in the wrong room, when you're feeling held down, held back, aggravated, and frankly, just pissed off.
I love the idea of just being in the wrong room as opposed to you being wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're in the right room, people will laugh at you because you're not thinking big enough. That's when you're in the right room. When you're in the wrong room, those people can laugh at you and dumb down your ideas. So get in the right room and get laughed at the right way.
There you go. All right. 5 minutes, 41 seconds. Question number three. What are the common mistakes they make when trying to solve that problem?
Wow, that's a very, very good one. They look at the shine rather than the source. So a lot of people, they want something done within their business, within their life, whatever. And I'm being very generic here. And they take the frontage too much to heart. They look at the shop store front without looking what's inside. So always ask the people you're dealing with, how come you're so good at this? Where are you credible? Why are you credible? Why should I listen to you? Why should I pay? You'll interview a date, you'll interview anyone that you work with, but you don't always interview the people that you actually pay money to, because you look at that website and go, well, that looks pretty enough. Yes, you got a picture of Gary V. You must be credible. And they assume before paying the money and realizing that they're not. So always interview the source to make sure they're credible to help your problem.
Fantastic tip there. All right. So question number 4, what would be an example of a transformation that is possible after this challenge is properly diagnosed? You got 4 minutes, 23 seconds.
Oh, that's an easy one. The trouble is people go for what's achievable. And what's achievable is only ever 2 millimeters away from the end of your arm. So people say, oh, I can lift 100 pounds. I'm going to lift 105. Now, in the metaphor of lifting weights, you've got to progress like that. But how do you know what's achievable unless you've gone for something that's ridiculous, so far out of your scope that people will physically laugh at you before they applaud? Many people don't go for that extreme. I always say go for stupid. Elon Musk once said to me, they will always laugh at you just before they applaud. So don't go for what's achievable. Go for what's ridiculous. Go for what's stupid and raise your standards to it. Now, if you go for that and fail, I personally guarantee you would have achieved way more than if you'd have gone for what was achievable. 100%. So go for stupid.
I love it. Go for stupid. That's hashtag go for stupid. We gotta put a hashtag on that.
That's actually the title of my next book. I don't know when it's going out, so I haven't pitched it yet, and there's no sales funnel or anything. But that's the book I'm writing next. Go for stupid.
I love it. It's very catchy. All right. So we're up to question number 5. What is the number one mindset hack you could give your ideal client to solve that problem? And I don't know if you want to say go for stupid, but you've got 2 minutes, 55 seconds.
That's actually a very easy one. The good thing about my concierge firm is I got to work with the most powerful people in the planet. And the number one thing that I noticed on every single one of these people was 2 things: open to opportunity and impact per minute. Rich people, affluent people, powerful people realize that they can control, develop, disrupt basically anything that they put their mind to it. But the one thing they can't do is create more time. So they look at, okay, I've got an afternoon to myself. What can I do that's going to make that impactful? What can I read? What can I work on? Can I clean the garage? Whatever it is, they work on the impact per minute. If you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of influence, you can have the right mindset. And that money and influence will come as a byproduct of the right mindset. So what can you do in 1 minute that's impactful? What can you do in 1 hour that creates maximum impact? What can you do in one evening that's going to create maximum impact? And that could just be something like, how can I focus on the relationship with my partner this evening to make it an evening that she's going to talk about next week? Focus on the maximum impact you can in a certain time frame and start training yourself that way.
I got to tell you, if everybody was doing that, we would just have a completely different kind of planet. So it's amazing. Okay. 1 minute, 23 seconds. Question number 6 is, what is one valuable free resource you can direct people to that will further help with that problem?
Easy. A notepad and a clock. Okay. Keep watching the clock and keep making notes on things that you can't be doing. And then at the end of the day, tick off what you actually did, or tick off at the end of the hour what you achieved in that hour. Clock and a notepad. Start fearing time and fear wasting it.
And I know you're also going to share a cheat sheet from your best-selling book, Bluefishing. So we'll include that in the show notes. And finally, question number 7 is, what is the number one question I should have asked you, but didn't, that would give great value to our audience? And you've got 38 seconds.
Wow. Try something different. I try doing something different all the time. This can be picking a starter off of a menu that I don't know what it is. It could be scrolling through a foreign radio station. It could just be turning left on my way home instead of turning right. Get yourself used to trying things differently, and it will open you up to opportunities.
Fantastic. Really great tips. I think that if people take this to heart, it can really be transformative. Thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your experiences. And I think it'll be inspirational for a lot of people.
I hope so. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for checking out the Exhausted to Extraordinary podcast. If you like what we do here, head on over to iTunes to subscribe, like us, and leave us a review. It is very much appreciated. And if you're feeling burned out and want to challenge yourself, take the 7-day Burnout to Your Best Life Bootcamp. Go to 7dayburnoutchallenge.com to join for free.